Oh, welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy.
Okay, it's gone. Okay, we're back.
Hey everyone, I'm Cori.
I'm Aimee.
Welcome back to Seriously Sir. If you like this episode, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And Aimee is in the hot seat tonight.
I am. So I tell Cori all the time, I think that we should have a camera on us 24/7. Because last week we had the most phenomenal episode yet.
Yes.
I think you would agree.
If you didn't catch our episode with the Grant Ziok interview, he is like amazing. Please go watch that.
It was so good.
Yeah.
We felt great for so many reasons after that. And then we had dinner. And we were sitting and talking over dinner and had the most phenomenal conversation, which should have been recorded because that would have been a great just little throw that in there. It was just so good. So good. So I forget how it even came up because it really didn't come up too much through the episode. But I had a friend that I met. I have a friend that I haven't seen him in a million years, but I met him when I was like 19 years old. And he ended up moving to California. And every time he'd come home, it could be 1 year, it could be 4 years, whatever. He would come in for a haircut. And we would have amazing conversation. And he'd always leave me with something that stuck. So last week, over dinner, it came up, remember, he said, if a man tells you something, listen.
Yes.
So if he tells you, I don't do this, or I'm not this, or I am this, or I don't want that, listen.
Yes.
And I feel like a lot of us women, and I have done it, I think we've all done it. I'm going to try not to do it again. we hang on potential.
Yeah.
You know, we hear them, but like, let's just see where things go. And, maybe they'll change their mind. But okay, I'm going to retract a little bit because I guess in a sense you can do that. You can hang on potential if you don't have any expectations, because that's something I heard recently too that I really love. Like when you're dating someone, like don't date them to be your person. They could be your next business partner. They could be your best friend. Yeah, their best friend might be your person. Like you just don't know why you cross paths with anyone. So I guess we could hang on, and do the casual, slow, like get to know you, see where this goes, as long as everybody's on the same page. And if you have control over your feelings, which I've never had. So I'm working on that. I've always led with my heart. So I'm not calling anybody out. I speak from experience that I do this. But it's come up a bunch through the years. And Eric, I don't know if you're watching, Eric, but amazing advice. The most simple, straightforward advice from a man. And if I bring that up to a man, they said, yeah, girl, like we're simple beings. Like, listen.
The other advice that, if my mom watches, she's going to laugh. She's told me this my whole life, and I don't really think it truly sunk in until like the last, like, within the last 2 years. But like, she always says, like, if someone shows you who they are, believe them.
Yes.
And what she means by that really is like, if someone is doing something you don't like, and I don't, she doesn't mean like cut someone off immediately, but like if someone's doing something you don't like and you've brought it up and you've had a calm conversation and they understand you and they continue to do that, that is who they are. They're not changing. So you either have to decide that like you're going to be okay with that, or you have to decide I'm not okay with that. I'm never going to be okay with that, and know that like that's not the right person for you either. And so it's time to like move on and like find the right person. And that doesn't mean they're a bad human.
No.
It just means they're not a good fit for you, and that's okay.
I was going to say that. It goes right back to the potential, because they don't have to be a bad person. You could see more in that person than they see in themselves.
For sure.
And if they don't see it themselves, then that's where they stop giving it to you, because they're only going to love you as much as they love themselves. So you can say, no, like you're amazing and you're going to do this and you're going to do that. But like you've said to me before, you have to fall in love with the person who they are today. If they change and they grow, then that's cool. But you can't expect that, because that was really good advice too.
actually saw that on a podcast and I was like, whoa, that's like,
it's so very true.
it's so true.
Like, that brings my brain back to when
Like,
I got engaged.
And the other thing to tap into what you just said too is I watched this guy, Taylor Loves Something, on Instagram a lot, and he says he's like, typically men don't change.
No.
Like, so who they are right this second is who you're also probably going to have 10 years from now, 20 years from now. So, like, if you don't like the person they are right now, that's not going to change. And so, if that's not for you, you should go find someone else. He says that over and over and over on his shorts on Instagram.
I can speak from experience on that.
Because of your ex, right?
Because I was going to say, when we got engaged, now we had been together 5 years. We had lived together 4 of those years. We owned a home. So we were in it. And I wanted to get married. And he was petrified. He was so scared to get
like
married.
Scaredy cat.
A lot of them should be nicknamed Scaredy cat. So I would just joke with him, like, okay, we've been together 4 years. I'm like, oh my God, we've been together 5 years. People are going to start talking. Like, I want to get married.
Yeah.
Whether it's you or not. I said, I'll give you a front row seat. But dude, I want to get married. I said, both of our cats have different last names at the vet right now. If we want children, I just want your name. I want the bond, the marriage bond. I want to be a family. And so he did, very nervously, propose to me. He was so nervous. I was like, what is wrong with you? He was trying to light the grill and he couldn't. He was all like sketchy and weird. And I'm like,
I think most men are nervous, though.
Well, yes. It's
if any of you guys are watching, like, and you've ever like proposed, like, are all of y'all nervous when you ask? Like, the girl's gonna say yes, but like, are you nervous?
Y'all hope they're gonna say yes.
Like, drop a comment because I'm curious if that like is a thing.
Because in my situation, I had been asking, and like I said, we owned a home together. Like, he knows when to say yes. But I think he was more nervous for himself because he really was proposing for me. And so I get engaged. I'm so excited. And we spent the next 2 hours talking. And I was reassuring him that I wanted to marry him. I just want your last name. I said, I'm not marrying you to change you. I'm not marrying you because I want more from you. I'm marrying you because I love you and I like what we have. And I'd like to continue that with your freaking name. That's it. And he was like, oh, okay. So many people expect their relationships to change, get better, expect more of them because now you're my husband. I spent 2 hours reassuring him that that wasn't the case. So that's part 1 of my experience of what we just talked about. And part 2 is we were young, but not all that young. And people used to say to me, like, oh, well, you were together 7 years before you got married. Because that was another thing. You couldn't give me a date for a year. I'm like, why are we even engaged? You can't even talk about it.
Right.
I couldn't plan anything. So it's 7 years we were together before we got married. But I was still in my 20s. And someone said to me, like, oh, 7 years, you knew what you're getting into. And I was like, kinda. I mean, I was still growing, for one. And I said, shame on me for believing he might grow up one day. Like, sorry if you're watching. I'm not here to bash him. I'm really not. But I'm just really speaking from my experience. They don't change. And so we were together 22 years.
It's a long time.
It is a long time. My whole adult life, I got spit out into the dating world in my 40s. And it was wild. It's still wild. I can't believe I'm still doing it. But when we were together and like we were really having to work on the relationship because now we're not 19 anymore. We have 2 kids. We have a house. We have careers. And, I ended up doing a lot more. And I own that. I kind of created that because I always liked to do that. But then now we had more. And I'm like, I can't do this by myself. And so he'd be like, oh, just tell me what you need me to do. I was like, first of all, don't you live here? Like, can you not see like what I do every day? Can you not see the laundry you just stepped over? Can you not see the disgusting floors? Like all of the things. I know it's pretty typical. Also, being a hairstylist has helped. Like, talk a lot of women. It's usually across the board. But my point is, I would ask him for help. And I would tell him what I needed, and he would help, and he would change for 2 weeks. And then they slipped right back to doing what they're doing. And that's on a small, I mean, it was a big scale because it was a marriage, but those kind of changes are on the smaller scale.
Yeah.
But that's where I learned, like, you can't expect something from somebody that does not have it in them to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
For
if
sure.
you go date someone or marry them thinking they're going to change when they fall in love with you, or they're going to change when this happens, they're not going to change. And personally, I don't want anyone that wants me to change. I don't want anyone coming in my life wanting to change me.
No.
I warn people at Dating Media, so you can't cage this bird. Good luck. I'm not going to change. I will obviously be different than I am when I'm single, but I'm not changing.
Mm-hmm.
Never, ever. Ever. So yeah, that's all awesome advice. And I just feel like we were just touching on, you know, I guess I'm going to say for me, I just always led with my heart. I always went by a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I've got this chemistry, I've got this connection, and this feeling, this person makes me feel really happy. And I never really thought about all the other things that factor in.
Yeah.
And I feel like in my history, I've learned, which is so hard for me to even say out loud, that love is just not enough.
Well, no, and I think like a lot of like podcasts and books and like all these things that I read now are saying like you obviously need love and you need that attraction, but you also need to know you're compatible. And compatible being
In lifestyle.
like, and what's interesting I read recently is they said how you live in regards to cleanliness, they have found statistically has caused the most issues in relationships.
Really?
And so you should find someone that is your level of cleanliness in regards to a living space, because that eliminates a lot of like what you were just talking about.
True. And now that you say that, and I think of past experiences, it could go deeper than that. Not just like day to day, like living stuff and who does more. Because I have 2 examples of different people I've dated and different experiences where one, like, so messy, like he had his own place. The other one lived with me. But this one, he had his own place, and he was very busy. He owned a business, and I would go in there and I would just clean. I like to do that. I like to be in a clean space myself, but I also felt like, he had his desk for like his office stuff, and like you just work better in a cleaner environment.
Yeah. I mean, that's scientifically proven.
Yeah. So like I would enjoy helping him while he was working, and then we could relax after, and it would be a clean space. I really was doing it for him. But at one point he goes, it doesn't bother me.
Right.
Like, I appreciate what you're doing. He goes, but it doesn't bother me how I live. And I was like, oh, okay.
That's like, do you remember the guy's house I went to when I was invited over, and it was so dirty I had to squat over the toilet, and I came home and I called you and I was like, we're not gonna date.
Was that the one that had like an extra bathroom when we said you're gonna take that one over?
No, it was the one before that one. That one was gross too. You guys, I don't understand how these men are in their 40s and they like don't know how to clean. Which also, if you don't know how to clean or you don't want to clean, like hire a cleaning lady to come once a week. Like, do not have a woman in your home where she literally feels like she has to squat over your toilet. That is disgusting.
Some are so dirty. You could say hire someone just once a month and it would be cleaner than how some of these.
Those 2 were so bad. Yeah. Like, I had so much fun on these dates, and like I like really liked these humans, and then I finally like went to their homes because like they both wanted to like make me dinner or whatever, and I was like, oh my god, never again, because I never want to ever have to go back in these houses. Like, we're done right there. Like, I didn't even want to eat the dinner because I'm like, did you actually clean the dishware? Like, this house is
That's
disgusting.
what I was thinking. Like, how are you handling that?
So gross.
I don't understand it either. I've hovered. I've been in bathrooms like that. It's so bad.
Well, and I get it. Like my level of clean is very different than most people's. My friend Miriam tells me like mine is like 10 times extra than a normal human being. Like I know I'm OCD. I know that's like my own issue. But like if there is like pee on your toilet seat and like it looks like the inside of your toilet hasn't had seen cleaner in a month, like that's a problem.
Yeah, and I can let it go too, and I am diagnosed OCD. But OCD is different all the time. Like I like clean. I'm more orderly. Like I can have some dirt on my floor, and I mean I don't have a disgusting bathroom, but dust regularly. Like some stuff I can let go, but
every week, baby, every week
you
I
dust.
do. Yes, ma'am.
Really?
Yes.
I'm gonna white glove test you.
Well, I didn't last week because of my back, because I was like down and out. But normally, yes, every week. Actually, Scaredy Cat, the first time he came in my home, I kid you not, he was like, "How long have you lived here?" I was like, "Oh, like 2 years." And he's like, "How are your walls still this white?" And I'm like, "I clean them."
Are you Italian?
No.
It's an old Italian lady thing
But
to
you
do.
look like my baseboards are white.
Baseboards,
My
yeah.
walls are white. Minus that little scuff mark because I dropped that picture frame when I was hanging it.
I do clean my baseboards. I've never cleaned a wall. I'll paint it first.
Yeah, there ain't any dust on these walls. I can teach you my trick. It's really fast and really easy, and it keeps everything clean as shit. It's like amazing. I'm not going to say it on here because y'all will think I am legit a crazy person.
I've lived a long time without cleaning a wall. I don't think it's going to happen now.
I'm telling you, it's the best thing, and it keeps your whole house clean.
I will definitely hear your trick. Maybe.
I told one of the clients in the salon, and she was like dying laughing at me, and she makes fun of me for it all the time now because she thought she was OCD, and I was like, "Oh no, girl, you have no idea."
Oh, no, I gotta know. Maybe you could drop a comment, she'll let you know. Yeah, I can't even imagine what that is. But I don't foresee me cleaning a wall. We'll see.
And you know, it'll take you 5 minutes. You might.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh my god. All right, we're getting off track.
We are getting off. But yeah, man, like please clean your homes. And if you're not gonna do it, hire someone to do it. Like Amy said, even if you had someone come in and just like deep cleaned once a month, it still would be cleaner than like those other dudes' houses I went in, let me tell you.
Seriously. No, I've literally like just grabbed a broom and cleaned my like a path to the freaking bathroom before in some houses, like due to 3 dogs. And oh my god, you don't need a broom. You could just pick it up at that point. They're like freaking tumbleweeds everywhere. It's just, it's so bad. Anyway, but my other one I was gonna say, and as I mentioned, I am diagnosed OCD, and I have my things, and I had this dude move in with me, and he was a slob. He was messy. He wasn't dirty, but he was messy. And we had so much fun. Like, he just was so fun. And I remember, like, we just, on the weekends, we just went concerts, parties, friends, just go, go, go. So, you know, when that happens, like, everything is disarray, you know, in your home. And there was one day that just sticks in my brain. And I was looking for my shoes, certain shoes. I'm like, how do I lose shoes? I'm like under my bed the 3rd time, like, where are my shoes? And I just remember looking up at him and I said, I used to be so much more organized in this, but I wasn't this happy. And so I took his messiness to live. You know, otherwise I'd be home. When I was younger, I used to miss out on things.
Where like that would give me so much anxiety.
It's this only time. I think that was our connection, because like in the end of that relationship, that was the one I told you we broke up and consoled each other over our breakup all weekend. Like there was no love lost in this. We just weren't compatible. Like I said, I guess I'm just a little too much for you and just a little too little for me, like where we were at. But we still loved each other and we still had all these plans. We still did a bunch together after. So in the end, we had this conversation. We were at his parents, and his mom was like, "You guys are just handling this so well and so maturely." And I said, "Well, there's no love lost here. Like, no one's mad. Like, we want to support each other, whatever." And I just remember I had tears, but she was crying, like, poor lady. Like, what is happening?
That's sad.
But he said to me, he was like, "If I didn't learn anything from you, it's communication." And I said, "My God, if I didn't learn anything from you, it's how to fucking live." We just had so much fun. Would not have been sustainable.
Right.
Yeah, I couldn't live like that all the time. But like I was like, yeah, we'll let this shit go. We just had that fun connection. It was super fun. But yeah, that was a time where I was just recognizing, like, wow, I'm actually living in this. Am I messy? Is not really messy. You can ask my daughter. She used to always say, "Mom, like, your messy is cleaner than most."
That's what
places.
people tell me when I'm like, "It's kind of messy." They're like, "This is not messy." Like,
Yeah, no. I know that the guy that you mentioned that you met the other night, he came to my place and he was like, "I don't know if you would like my house," because I'm in an apartment and I'm minimalist, trying to get there anyway. And he has a house and he fixes things. He has tools. He has a garage. And I was like, "Of course you're gonna have stuff. You know, like, I don't know what your actual house looks like.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna judge you on stuff. You're gonna get rid of your tools just to be neat. But like, my place is pretty.
But like, your tools can still have a place and be organized.
Hopefully, they're in the garage.
Hopefully.
Are they? We'll find out. That's true. To be continued.
If not, you can help him like build a shelving unit where he has hooks and stuff to put his tools.
Yeah, and he says he likes to build things and fix things. So
perfect. You can be like, "Oh, well, let's build you a tool organization
yeah,
wall."
project just to get him out of the kitchen.
And then you can put like little labels on everything so he knows where to put shit. I have issues.
Well, dudes do tell us they're stupid. We gotta spell it out for them. Little labels. Goes right here, here, and here, and here.
I'll never forget when I was dating Scaredy Cat, because I was with him for like 2 years. Like, I always knew if he like ate something, because there would be crumbs left. Like, he would try, and I'd watch him. Poor man would like try to clean. He would try so hard. He would do the whole like, but it never failed. There was always crumbs left. Like, I remember we had cupcakes. I don't remember if it was like my birthday or his or whatever. And I was in the shower and I walk out and he's like making dinner in the kitchen. And I like looked at my coffee table and there's like pink icing smushed on it. And I was like, how did you miss that?
Wait, like, just wiped it and smeared it?
I think like some of it like fell off the cupcake, like the little crumbles as he was eating. And he was like, "What?" And I'm like, "You had a cupcake." And he's like, "How do you know I had a cupcake?" I'm like, "There's fucking icing on the coffee table."
To be honest, though, like, some people, I think the people that can live in that doesn't bother them, they're not gonna see it. Like, when I lived up north, I was living there, and we knew when my daughter's boyfriend was over. We haven't seen him yet. They're up in the room somewhere, but there were crumbs. Like,
yeah, he's always knew.
And he has OCD. Like, clearly that's not part of his problem. But like, he wasn't disrespectful. Like, I don't think he noticed.
Yeah. And like that I didn't get mad at. Like, it almost became like comical. Like, oh, he was here. There's a little crumb trail.
Oh, you're like, cake.
It was so funny.
Yeah, the things that bother some people, they just don't see it. Like, my sister and I are polar opposites. Polar. She's much neater today. But growing up, like, my room, super neat. I had this big chair and a phone in there, and if I was going to talk to my friend on the phone, like, I had to clean my room first. My sister's room, my mom would be like, oh guys, I'm having company. You know, you got to clean your rooms because like, the tour. I don't know why parents make their kids clean their room before their friends come over, but she did. I cleaned my room. It was all perfect, and my sister just put caution tape on her door. Like, just don't come in here. The other time, everything was stuffed in the closet, like a cartoon where you'd open it and it would all fall out.
Oh my gosh, my
It
friend's
didn't bother
daughter
her.
does that. Whenever her mom's like, "You can go do X once your room's clean," she'll literally take everything that's on the floor and just like throw it.
It just doesn't bother people. Like my niece is now 15. I still am like on the phone with my sister and hear her yelling, like, you have to clean your room or you're not going here. And I'm like, you're still doing this? This girl, the mess does not bother her. Like during COVID, we were in lockdown, I lived there. And my sister had to work still. So I was with the kids a lot and helping out. And I said, Layla, we're going to clean your room. Like, you have this little room. It's going to be messy real quick. Do you need all of this in here? I'm such a like, throw it out, get it out.
Me too.
And even with her, she's a kid. So I was like, we don't have to even get rid of it. But like, let's put it down in the basement. And if you need it, you'll know where it is. So she was like 9 at the time. I'm like, we're going to make this fun. I said, I grabbed a garbage bag. I said, this is the bullshit bag. And she loved that. She could swear. I'm like, does this bring you joy? We did the whole thing. And I said, or is it bullshit? If it's bullshit, put it in the bullshit bag. I didn't throw it out. I threw it in the basement. But like, she had fun cleaning her room. But before you know it, it's best. Some people just don't care. It would make me insane.
Yeah.
I clean closets under my sinks at least once a year. People are like, it's hidden. I said, well, I know what's behind that door. It messes with my brain.
And it gets dusty and gross.
Yeah, and then you end up with stuff you don't even need.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I have what I have in a year.
Yeah.
I don't like clutter. Zero clutter. Clutter's here.
No, I get that. That's one thing I liked about Hottie with the Body is like his house was like, it was like mine. Like it was clean. Even his messy was like similar to mine. Like it really wasn't messy.
Mm-hmm. Lived in.
Yeah, like he might have like some sunglasses on like his kitchen counter or like some mail on the table or something, but like, or maybe he didn't have a lot of like spaces to hang clothes that were drying. So like he would buy them on like his TV stand and stuff because they were drying out and couldn't go in the dryer. But like, yeah, it wasn't like dirty or like pack rat messy. Like it was very like clean.
I get extremely impressed with men
if they're like that.
If they're like that.
Me too.
Because I don't know. I find the kindest words. I don't know if it's just from my past or whatever, but like, I'm like, you know how to clean? You know how to do your own laundry?
Yeah.
You know how to like, I really like to like know their routine and like, oh, well, I've got an adult today, so I've got to clean, I got to neaten up, I have to go do my laundry, I have to wash my car, and like, they care about stuff.
Yeah, like even the inside of his car was like immaculate every time I like in it, like just like clean.
Yeah, I get impressed by that.
I do too. I think that's like important. Lesson today, man. Like clean your shit. Be clean.
Even halfway. Make an effort in the cleanliness, the neatness. I don't know, because it shows other things though. Like,
well, I think
if you're not going to care about that and you're all lackadaisical about that, you're going to be pretty lackadaisical about a lot of things.
But it's also, I think that goes back to kind of like what Grant was talking about too. Like, are you worth living in a clean space? Like, how much do you value yourself? Because if you value yourself, you would take care of the space that you lived in.
You take care of it. You also, pride is a big word. And this is bringing me back to my marriage, actually, because like I did most of everything and I took care of the lawn. A lot of times I wanted to. I'm an instant gratification kind of person and I wanted it done. So I did it. But I just remember this day driving the weekend and my ex was driving. He was like, oh my God, look at all these people. Like, they have nothing better to do. They were mowing their lawns. They were gardening. I was like, first of all, they might enjoy it. Number two, they're taking pride in their home that they pay for. It's called adulting.
Mm-hmm.
There's some things you need to do, but I've never forgotten that. Like, his thought was, you have nothing better to do.
When in reality, it's like, this is actually important because it's taking care of the place that I live in.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but like I need to feel comfortable driving up to where I live. Like I told you that when I was moving here, I was looking at different apartments, and this one I went to, like the actual apartment was pretty cool. I did not like the area I was in because there was like we couldn't even find a place to eat. It was really desolate.
Mm.
And then when she was showing us the property, it was a Monday, but I was like, no people work, but there was not a soul in sight. It wasn't like run down, but it also wasn't like the landscaping wasn't lush.
Mm.
And I'm not bougie. I wasn't looking for bougie, but I was like, I don't know, this place feels kind of sad. I felt like sad. I was like, if I lived here, I'd feel so alone and so far away. So the next place we go to, lo and behold, not even knowing is where I live now. That's the crazy thing. I was meant to live where I live now. But we pulled up there, the skies opened up, started pouring. But there was like this little lake and this water fountain, and the property was kept up. And I said, see, this is already happier, even in the rain. He's like, okay, I'm starting to get you. But like, even though I was just pulling up to the leasing office, like I need to feel at home when I pull up to it. You don't want to run down outside of your house.
Yeah, no.
That's not gonna be homey.
I will say, like, this place I live in, sorry, they keep it up really nice and it's beautiful. But like, a lot of the people that live here don't live here full time. So, I mean, have you ever seen anyone when you come here?
Actually, no. Not one. I mean, I snuck in the gate behind someone, but I didn't see them get out of their car.
Yeah, like you never see a soul here.
I've seen a couple cars pull in, pull out, but I've never seen a person walking.
I'm telling you.
Oh, that one dude at the pool one day. One.
Yeah. There's like never anyone out here. It's like the weirdest thing. And then
I feel like you said you never saw him before either, so you could have just been visiting.
He might have been visiting. Yeah, it's like really weird. And it's funny because like the 3 people that I was like friends with here, they all bought houses and like moved away. So like now I really don't see anybody.
Yeah, I never really thought of that before because I don't think twice about that, like the people, because pulling in here is very homey. It's kept up and
it's beautiful.
It's a certain
I love
vibe.
the complex. Like it's a chill vibe in here. But
it's not about the people. It's just about the
But
feeling.
yeah, you like never see anyone in here. It's like the weirdest thing.
I never thought about that. No.
I see this one lady every morning walking her dog, and she's the only one I ever see constantly.
Is she friendly?
Not really. I say hi to her, and she usually is like, she just keeps walking.
People in my place are
so funny,
super friendly. Like Sue, when I first moved in, I was on the first floor. And I had the slider, and I'm unboxing all my boxes, and I see 3 people walk by, and I'm like, oh, she waves, and I go out there chatting with them. She's like, oh my God, I'm Sue. This is Blue. And I forget the other girl's name. She's like, we live right over there, like right across. And then like, we're going to be right there. We can watch you. And I was like, you mean like just wave, like say, like watch me? I was a little creeped out. But, I was talking to them, and they've lived there 17 years.
Whoa, that's a long time.
And they know everything. I'm like, did I just move into Melrose Place? I felt like I did.
That's crazy.
So Sue, like right from day one, like we're super friendly. Like when I moved to the other apartment, she's like, oh, you can use my wagon, you can use my hand truck, like whatever you need. Super, super friendly. There's a core group of people. Like if they do like in the clubhouse, they'll do like Valentine's Day, there's probably going to be like coffee and donuts or cupcakes or something. And if ever you go in, it's the same core group of people that I usually see by the pool or whatever. And we're of all different ages and everything. But bumped into Sue today. I hadn't seen her in the longest time. And she's like, oh my God, how are you loving your new place? Like, I never see you. Like, because they're watching. Never see you out on the balcony. She goes, I'm going to come sit on your balcony. I'm like, all right, I'll get a little fire ladder dropping down so you can come up. But my complex, they're very friendly. I see people.
Yeah, it's weird. I feel like when the other people that I was telling you about lived here, like we would all like go and hang out, not outside of here really, but it'd be like, hey, I'm going at like group chat, like going in the pool, and then all of a sudden like everyone would come down, and then because there was like we were out there, like other people would come out there. But now that they all left, like ain't no
I
one
feel like
ever
your
out
pool
there.
is a little like off the beaten path, unlike mine. Lots of people like summertime.
Well, it's
a
in
lot
the
of people are
very
by the
center of the
pool.
complex. Like the very center of the complex.
Ours is too, but I feel like yours is set up differently.
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, in summer,
It's just funny though.
Lots of people by the pool.
Yeah, it's just funny though.
Yeah, no, I've never seen a soul here.
I'm telling you, you like won't.
And parking lot was pretty full.
I had new people move in, like catty corner to me over there recently. Like 4 weeks ago now. It's the only time I've ever seen them is when they were moving their shit into the apartment. I have not seen them since. Not one time.
I would say, like, I mean, what we do, our hours are kind of all over the place. If people are 9 to 5ers, maybe they're like already left and then already hunkered down by the time you get home.
Maybe. I don't know.
You work part of the weekend. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird.
I don't know.
But even if like it's
maybe they work
even
from
during
home.
the summers though, like if you go out to the pool, like on a Saturday, it's like maybe one person out there. Maybe there's nobody. Like there's been so many Saturdays I've gone out there and like it's just me.
A lot of times I like nobody.
Me too, but it's like weird. Like in my old complexes, like I would meet other people by going and like being at the pool or in the gym or whatever. Like you ain't meeting people here doing that.
I was gonna say, like, I sometimes I like nobody because like if you want to read a book or you want to listen to your music, you really just want to chill. I like that, but like my maintenance guy, I've gotten to know him better because like he'll show up, he drives a little scooter over, he's got the music, like it's a party when he's there, and then we've talked, you know, and I have met some other people. He's the one I'm the closest with as far as friends. I haven't really talked to anybody else, but if they're there, we'll talk, but we don't talk outside of there. It can be fun there, yeah. But sometimes I just hope nobody is there. Like I just want to read my book.
Yeah.
We have a couple of neighbors that like cannot read.
I told you how to fix that, right? I told you what I do.
Tell me again.
So if I want to do something like that and not be bothered, I do this on airplanes a lot too. I'll put my headphones in, but I don't actually turn anything on.
I have people that cannot read the room. that wouldn't work at all.
Yeah, because I usually like stick headphones in and I just won't turn anything on so I can actually like read. But that way people like see the headphones. And so they're like, oh, she's not going to hear me.
I knew that's what the girl was doing at the grocery store the other day. She had the big like Beats, like big ones on. Like I was like, ooh, she does not want to be bothered. She's like, I'm going to make this known. Whether these puppies are on or not, do not.
I do that on airplanes too because I don't like to be stuck in a conversation. Like I just want to read my book. Like it's like the best time to read my book is on an airplane. And so I'll like literally put them in while I'm boarding the plane. So when I sit down, I know what
cool people. It depends who I'm sitting next to. I've had some really great conversations. One girl, we've exchanged information. We like in the beginning we were nothing alike. Everything was opposite, down to like, you know, the drink choices and this and that. But in the end, right before we were landing, our music, a band that most people don't know, she loves. And she lives in South Carolina. And I was like, I had to work. I couldn't go. I said, if they're in South Carolina, we're here. Like, we should link up and do this. And they recently were, and I couldn't go. But like, yeah, I would hang out with her. I enjoyed her. I've had some other conversations with people and exchanged numbers, but like
I've had so many conversations with people on planes where I just was like, oh my god, I need this person to shut up. So I just like don't anymore.
Mine's the opposite. You just either don't talk to someone, or usually the person I talk to ends up being very interesting.
Yeah, I have not had that experience.
I'm a couple, like, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Didn't want to talk to you. Like the dude, I was on the plane coming down here. I'd seen him already going up. Like he was going to Connecticut. And then saw him, met his wife and everything on the way back down. I'm like, oh, hey. Met him, but like we're on the plane. How we started the conversation, he goes, drum circle. And I'm like, Do I look like I go to a drum circle? As you do. Actually, I was like, I haven't made it there yet. I will go to the drum circle. Yeah, he was interesting. I was actually shocked he was married.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know, in airports and airplanes, like my mom has the same issue. Sorry guys, I'm having back issues. People like to tell us their life stories and they don't like to like take a breath. So like you just get like stuck. And you don't want to be rude.
Yeah. I get that.
Hence the earbuds.
Fair enough. I've had more positive than negative.
Yep.
Convos. I love airport bars and talking to people on planes. Where are you going? Why? You don't care.
I don't care. I was just gonna say that. I don't give a fuck. Like, don't care at all. Like, I just want to read my book.
Yeah, no, I like that. Like, that was one of my biggest draws here. It was like a melting pot. There's so many different people, and I love hearing their stories.
So I do too, but like, I don't know. It's something about like the airport and the airplane. Like, maybe because I'm like, this is like my time.
That's fair.
To read and just like be with myself and do my thing. Like, I want that time. I don't want to be like, I don't want anyone to bother me.
That's fair. I can see that.
Yeah. But you've seen me, like, when we go out, I'll talk to literally anybody.
Yeah, no, I don't see anything wrong with that. Like, flying.
I don't know. It's just like something in an airport. I'm like, I just want to be left alone. It's like weird.
I've had my moments. I get
Yeah.
that. That's cool. Because I do things like on the plane that I don't usually take time to do, like clear out my photos. I'm not going to do that at home.
Yeah.
That's the time I do it.
I do it at night if I can't sleep.
I have so many.
You too.
So many.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to talk about tonight. Basically, very simple. Just like a man. If they wanted to, they would. And if they tell you something,
believe them. And if they show you who they are, believe that as
them.
well. So yeah, I am still talking hottie with the body, but I've distanced myself a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll talk about that next week. Nothing bad, like no bad blood. I just don't know that we're really as aligned as maybe I was thinking we were on things. So I definitely still want to like spend time with him, but not throwing all my eggs into the basket just yet.
Fair.
So I've had 2 other people in the apps ask me on dates. They did not like that I did not have time this weekend. They got very upset about that, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Hi, Crystal. What'd she say? Yeah, so I don't know if I'll be going on those dates because they did not like that I could not make time for them this weekend. But I'm also like, you're literally asking me on Thursday for like like for Friday, Saturday. Like, why would you think I wouldn't already have plans?
That's gotta make you think about them though too. Like, if a guy doesn't respect that you have a life, you just second guess that.
Crystal's with me on the headphones on the plane.
Oh yeah, she is. And at the pool, and at the gym.
Me too. I love that.
She and I just talked about that, and she'll laugh from home because the person I was saying who can't read the room, like she works from home, and if it's a beautiful day and she has a half hour or whatever she wants to take for lunch, she wants to go read her book. She'll have her headphones on, book, and this person will still just be like talking, and it makes her like not want to go. She pulls out all the stops. Sometimes it doesn't work.
Sometimes I just look at them and I'm like, I'm really sorry. And on another time, I'd love to talk to you, but right now I have to get this done. And I act like I have to get something done so I can just read my book.
I've told her to be honest and just be upfront and say, listen, I'm on my lunch break. This is the only time I have, and I'd like to read my book.
Yeah.
That's not rude, Crystal. It's not. She's so nice. She's so nice. Like nice.
I know.
Nice.
I know.
I'm nice. You're nice. She's nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
She gets taken advantage of.
Yeah, so we'll see. So next week we'll either talk about how to body if y'all want to know why I'm distancing myself a bit. Otherwise, maybe I'll end up on a date and maybe we'll talk about that. I did tell them as we went Tuesday or Wednesday after work, but they like got very upset about it. That's very weird.
To be continued.
But I also I don't like to waste my weekend on a maybe when I can be with my friends.
Dude, I 100% understand that.
So like for first dates, I like it to be in the middle of the week because then it's like a time limit too. Like you both have work the next day, so you're not like stuck with the person for hours and hours and hours. And then if like the first date's great, like then maybe like that next weekend I'll give it to them. But first dates, like I hate doing on a weekends. Like I'd rather be with my friends where I know for a fact I'm gonna have a great time.
So I get that 100%, and I want to tell everybody, if you don't follow, if you're just logging on, she has some crazy ass dates. So the fact that she's back at this, I can't wait to hear.
I do. A crazy life.
She really has some crazy dates.
That's why we started this whole
It's
thing.
really why we started this whole thing. Yeah, we started with all this laughter and we got really serious, but
now I'm back in the dating pool.
I was like,
so
girl,
you're welcome. I'll have some crazy stories again. I actually have already gotten some crazy messages, so maybe we'll just do something based on message apps next week because I've gotten some crazy ass shit on the apps already. Not as crazy as the naked man. Nothing has been as crazy as that, but I have definitely gotten some crazy messages. If you don't know who the naked man is, you can watch the episode with the thumbnail Dating 101 and you can find out.
Oh, that was that one? I was like, I don't even remember which
so if you'd like to hear that crazy story, that's on the thumbnail is Dating 101.
Yeah, I'm not saying like I do anything right in dating, but like I feel like our stories, like I always say, you have these crazy first dates, and I have the longest dates known to man. So mine are more experiences.
And Jimmy's crazy, like they're bad.
They're bad.
Horrible.
They're bad. They're bad. Yeah, we're not.
And then she laughs at my reaction because I call her on my way home from them.
No lie. No lie. And I've just never experienced anything like it. I have not had a date like the dates that you have that I could even remotely like.
Everyone feeds you.
I don't eat much.
And they don't show up drunk.
And no one has started a fight.
No one's punched anybody. Yeah.
I never took off and they didn't know I was gone for 2 hours. No. That's never happened.
Yeah.
No, I usually have a good time, but this was a big aha moment. And I forget who even put this in my brain. But basically, like, I have a good time on all these dates. I do. And there's this one that sticks in my head because he was cool. There was nothing weird. There was nothing creepy. There was nothing funny. He was just very, very mainstream, very chill. Like, we were comfortable right off the bat. But, like, I befriended the couple next to us. And then, like, I was going up to the musician asking, like, for songs and whatever. I come back to him and he's like, did you just introduce yourself to the guitar player? I was like, sure did. Because I was like, oh, I'm Amy, whatever. Becoming friends with him, chatting around. So in the end, my sister was like, how was the date? I said, it was good. And I have nothing bad to say about the man, but I thought to myself, like, I could have had just as much fun by myself. And it got me.
I could have had more fun on the dates I've gone on.
But this is actually another thing to think about when you are people like us. Like, you're fine by yourself. You can go out by yourself. You can have fun. You can meet someone. So, like, sometimes we're like, oh, that was a really great date. You have to stop and think about what they contributed to that date.
Yeah, I mean, all my dates with Hottie at the Body have been great. Like, it has nothing to do with that. I just don't know that we're, like, aligned on other compatibility. Like, I don't know that we're aligned on other things.
Right, but even, like, other dates. Like, if you're out on a date and you're like, oh, that was fun, I never thought to stop and think, like, what did they add to that? I had fun. I'm going to have fun. My mom loves my dating stories, actually. She's like, I don't even know how you're still single. I just have so much fun. I'm 100%, 110% unapologetically my whole self. I have a good time. And then I think, okay, like if this man weren't right next to me, would this night be any different? Like, would I have had just as much fun, or could he add to that fun? Because a lot of times, what we're holding on to is what we're bringing to the table.
Yeah.
And we don't think about that. Like, of course, that was a good time. I was there. Like, I had a great time. So you have people though that take away. I've had pretty much additions and neutrals, and yours are like dipping out of bars like crazy. Yeah. I've never experienced that in my life. Like, no shit. If you never watched the one, he started a fight and she just left in the middle of it, and she didn't hear from him for 2 hours, which means he never was like, oh, where'd she go? Never asked her, oh, where'd you go? Nothing.
I went home.
She was in bed. She was in bed. She got washed up, did her whole like nighttime routine, got in bed before he texted her, and not anywhere in the text was, where'd you go?
Or like, sorry that happened, or anything. It was like the weirdest thing. And then texted me like the next day thinking we were going to go out again. And I was like, I don't think so, sir. Literally left in the middle of that day. Why would I go with you again?
Oh, because he thought it was all right that they became friends. That's who he was talking to for 2 hours.
But it's also like, you shouldn't have punched a person.
No, but then he spent the next 2 hours becoming friends with him. So and then thought, so weird, that she would think that was all right. So weird. No, I don't have anything like that.
So weird.
Nope.
Yeah, I have like the crazies like me for sure. It's a thing.
You tap into that. Why? What are you putting out there?
I don't really even know, because I don't act like that.
No, it's because you're grounded. They seek you because they see something in you they don't have. That's why. But we need to figure out how to word that off prior to these wasted hours of your life.
But it's become great content.
It really has. So yeah, forget what I just said. Keep it going. Keep it going. No, we're always going to have content. We're always going to have content because it's not just about dating. It's about relationships. And, and like I said, I hadn't wanted to talk about this man that I just met only because it's really, really fresh. And like, it's stirring things up in me that I'm like, I thought I learned all of this.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I figured this out, and I haven't. And that's why I always said it's never about the man. And not that they don't matter. But for me, I am I'm overly self-aware. But like, I just would like to learn about myself through all the interactions. And so far, this one's been super positive. But I legit, and I don't know where you are, Paul, put a message out to my therapist because I was like, I usually call him when something is bad or I'm super anxious or I'm feeling lost. And I'm like having these like healthy aha moments and things I want to tap into. And I'm like, maybe I need to reach out to him. It's a learning curve. And I want to understand things. And maybe the more I understand them, this invisible wall I didn't know I had might come down a little bit.
Well, and I think in like the dating world, I know like a lot of women that like, and I used to be one of them that would get like so angry and so upset that it was like a bad date or something didn't work or whatever. And I think if you shift that perspective of like, okay, like what didn't I like or what did I like, so that I know like next time what I'm looking for, so that if anything is not that, I know not to invest any energy into it. And like when you do that, it makes like weeding people out a lot easier. And so you're more appreciative of the not so great dates because it helped you learn more of like what you are looking for and what you don't want, to be able to do that a lot quicker so that you get closer to like finding that right person for you.
I definitely got a little bit frustrated because I was like, I feel like I've done so much work. Like, how am I still here? And I had to remind myself, like, I'm doing great. I really have done a lot of work and it has paid off, and we're never done with the work. But I was really kind of shocked as to what came up. Maybe I'll talk about that next time because there's some pretty intense stuff, and but nothing bad. And I was just like kind of tired. I'm like, I really don't want to I want to break from the work, but I feel like if anything at all, I met him for these deep conversations we've had and the things like it's called me out on a couple things, like where I answer a question and I was like, oh my God, I start tearing up. I'm like, I know exactly what you're asking me, and my answer is going to be completely different because, like, I was blindsided. So just some really like deep stuff that has come up within me. So I want to work through that before we dive into that.
That's smart.
But yeah, I like to learn from each experience and like to everyone gets a clean slate. I don't like to bring my past into my present, but and this is not a bitch thing either. But as I move on, like you said, we learn what we like and what we don't like.
Yeah.
What we'll tolerate, what we won't. Like each man gets less and less time from me.
Same.
Too. So like it's I'll give them time, we'll give them graces, but that gets shorter and shorter because we learn about ourselves.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah,
That's the key.
for sure.
So that's what I got.
That sounds good.
That's what I got.
So we are going to end this. That's all she has. And I need to move because my back is killing me in this position, you guys. I apologize. But we will see y'all next Thursday.
Same time, same place.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. So if you enjoyed this episode, hit subscribe, follow.
Mm-hmm.
We like to come here, create this judge-free zone where we can share everything. So, hit us up while we're live. If not, we've got a couple other platforms you can reach out on.
Yeah. So we have our TikTok, which is seriously.sir. And then we also have Instagram, seriously-sir2, TOO. And then last thing is, we would love to share some stories on here from y'all of your dating experiences or relationships. We can share them anonymously if you would like us to. So just email us at seriously-sir2, TOO, seriously-sir2 @gmail.com. And if you want us to share it anonymously, just put that in the subject line so that we know. And yeah, we'll see y'all next week at 7:45 p.m. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Peace.